Hey guys, it's Shippy from TorontoTruthSeekers.com. Just want to let you know that I want to thank you here for being a 9/11 Truth, remembering the people that passed away that infamous, horrible day. To give a background as to what's going on right now, it's been 8 years after that day, and still after a so-called commission, which is more like an omission report, which is a whitewash. The families of the victims that day still have a lot of unanswered questions. And encouraging things to look forward to is prominent people like Charlie Sheen, a celebrity in his own right, has one of the #1 TV shows now, has come out urging Obama to have an interview with him to answer these questions legitimately so and justifiably so that these families have about 9/11 and questions that wasn't answered in the commission, but what our mass media is pushing forward as the one answer and solution to the question, the phenomenon.
So who killed these people? Do you think Bush killed them?
Well, that's where the new investigation will come into place.
Well, who do you think killed them?
Well, I really don't know. I have a lot of questions.
Who controlled Bush behind the scenes?
I really don't know, but I'll get back to what I was saying. That's the reason of having a true and independent investigation, is so we can have those questions answered.
But I'm just saying, what's your opinion? What's your opinion?
My opinion is that there's a section, there's a part of the government that's very elitist, very old, going back to hundreds and hundreds of years, that controls a lot of the foreign policy and things that happen in the world. That's my opinion. And when you take a look at stuff like NORAD standing down, who would have the authority to tell NORAD to say, you know what, let's not have those jet fighters intercept those airliners? Who have that authority? Who has the authority to actually, to fly 4 airplanes and hit 75% of their targets, hit the #1 most protected real estate in the world, the Pentagon? There's a lot of questions about that. There's a lot of questions of who financed these hijackers. There's Stephen Jones, formerly of Brigham University, has come out and has tested the dust at the World Trade Centers, and it shows that it has nanothermite in the actual dust, which is a high incendiary that's used by military people. So these are some of the questions that have never been answered, and because we have all this time and we've had so many time pass since that point to look back and introspect, we just want to let you guys know that's out there in TV land and internet land, that the movement is growing by waking the masses up to this ulterior agenda. Thanks for your time.
Here.
One quick thing to say. I was doing a little research, and basically I read on the internet that it was one of these conspiracy theories websites, and when I went on it, I noticed that as the plane was hitting the first tower, they said there was a bright flash near the building. So I said, okay, I have never heard of this. So I had the actual 9/11 from the No Day Brothers. Popped it in, paused it frame by frame by frame. As you can see, a light flash coming just before the underbelly of the plane from the building. So then me and my brother were looking at it, says, hold on, could that have been a detonator going off? So then I looked at other footage of 9/11, specifically when the second plane hits a second tower. You can see on the first tower, charges going off, literally. And which explains why about 500 yards away, there's actual concrete and steel beams lodged in the framework of the building. So if the impact was towards the towers, how did the impact carry those steel beams out of it without the charges? That's all I have to say about that.
Who were these hijackers then? Who do you think they were?
Hijackers were basically not from Afghanistan. They were not from Iraq. They're basically, from what I've read, 9 to 10 of them are still alive in Saudi Arabia. The FBI specifically forged their names on the passengers list.
Who crashed the plane?
From what I understand, it was a drone. They're actually remote control planes crashed into the...
So nobody was in the plane?
No, and the Pentagon was actually missiled, because if you watch Loose Change and In Plain Sight, it clearly shows the hole will be too small.
So what happened to all the passengers who were supposedly
diverted?
on the plane?
Actually, a good thing to say, in Plain Sight, at the DVD I just mentioned, they said that the actual plane landed in Cleveland.
So are you going to tell the relatives of these people that their relatives are still alive?
Well, I'm not sure if they're still alive right now. That's what we want a new investigation. What happened to them? Why
what
wasn't
do you
this
think happened?
For me, I think they're killed because dead men tell no tales. Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
here you
just
go,
my
sir.
opinion.
Check out these
And
movies.
You don't know the answer?
Oh, you have it. All right.
yeah, exactly. We don't know the actual answer.